Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hey Chatgpt. Today I want to talk about something we all face every day. Making decisions. Sometimes we make quick choice and later we get them. Other time we overthink and miss opportunities. So today I would like to explore how we can make better decisions in life, reduce overthinking and handle regret in a healthy way. Let's dive in and see what practical strategy can help us become decision maker.
Walaikum assalam. That's such a great topic, and it's something we all deal with on a daily basis. Making decisions can definitely be tricky, and balancing that fine line between overthinking and making quick choices can be challenging. We can definitely explore some practical strategies like setting clear goals, using frameworks, and learning to trust our intuition. I'm excited to dive in.
Okay, that's great. ChatGPT, can you tell me what are the most common reason people struggle to make decision?
Absolutely. Some of the most common reasons include fear of making mistakes or facing regret, sometimes lack of information or uncertainty about the outcomes, and also overthinking, which can lead to analysis paralysis. Another big factor is a lack of confidence or self doubt, and sometimes external pressure from others can play a role too. It's a mix of internal and external factors.
Okay, that's great. How does fear of failure is judgment affect our ability to decide?
Yeah, fear of failure can have a big impact. It can cause us to second guess ourselves, leading to procrastination or avoiding decisions altogether. It can also make us overly cautious, where we might miss out on opportunities because we're too worried about the potential negative outcomes. Over time, that fear can erode our confidence and make decision making more stressful. So, managing that fear is definitely key to improving our decision making skills.
Okay, that's great. What role does institution play in making good decision?
That's a great question. One common approach is using decision making frameworks or models like the pros and cons list, cost benefit analysis, or even the Eisenhower matrix for prioritizing. Another helpful technique is setting clear goals and criteria beforehand so you have a solid reference point. And of course, seeking advice from trusted mentors or peers can also be invaluable. It's all about having a structured approach while staying flexible.
Okay, that's great. How can we tell the difference between a logical decision and an emotional one?
Exactly. Our gut feelings are often more instinctive and quick, usually shaped by past experiences and intuition, while rational decision making involves a more deliberate, logical process. One way to tell the difference is to pause and reflect. If a decision feels immediate and emotional, it might be more instinctive. On the other hand, if you find yourself weighing evidence, considering alternatives, and taking time to analyze, that's more of a rational approach. It's often helpful to find a balance between both.
What are some practical steps or habit to for improving decision making?
Absolutely. A few practical steps could include setting clear and specific goals so you know what you're aiming for. Another step is to limit your options because having too many choices can overwhelm you. It's also helpful to set deadlines for decisions to avoid endless deliberation. And of course, reflecting on past decisions and learning from them can really help. Finally, practicing mindfulness can help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions, making it easier to make balanced decisions.
Okay, that's great. How can setting clear goal or values help guide better choice?
Setting clear goals and values gives you a solid framework to guide your decisions. When you know what truly matters to you, it becomes easier to evaluate options and align them with your long term vision. It also helps you prioritize so you can quickly filter out choices that don't align with your core values. Plus, having clear goals reduces ambiguity and boosts your confidence, making it easier to make decisions with clarity and purpose.
That's great. Is it better to make discussion quickly or take more time to think?
It really depends on the context. For some decisions, especially smaller or less impactful ones, making them quickly can be beneficial and save time. On the other hand, for major decisions that have long-term consequences, it's usually better to take your time, gather information, and reflect. The key is finding a balance, being decisive when it's appropriate, and being thoughtful when it's necessary. Ultimately, it's about matching the decision-making speed to the importance and complexity of the situation.
Okay, that's great. How can we avoid over analyzing every option and getting stuck in analysis, participate or paralysis?
That's a common challenge. One effective approach is to set time limits for decision making so you don't get stuck endlessly pondering. Another helpful tactic is to prioritize the most important factors and focus on those rather than getting bogged down by every minor detail. It can also help to rely on a decision making framework or a checklist to keep things structured. And of course, it's valuable to trust yourself and accept that no decision is ever perfect. Sometimes taking action and adjusting along the ways is the best approach.
Okay, that's great. Can you share a simple framework or technique to make decision with more confidence?
Definitely. One simple framework is the OODA loop, which stands for observe, orient, decide, and act. You start by gathering information, then you understand the context, make a decision based on that understanding, and then act quickly. Another technique is the decide model, which stands for define the problem, explore the alternatives, consider the consequences, identify your values, decide, and then evaluate. All of these frameworks help you break down the process, reduce overwhelm, and boost confidence. And of course, practicing them regularly makes them even more effective over time.
Okay, that's great. Why do we often trigger our choice even when they seemed right at the time?
That's such a relatable experience. Often it comes down to our natural tendency to worry about potential outcomes or consequences, even if we know deep down that we made the right call. Sometimes it's influenced by our inner critic or fear of judgment from others. Also, our brains are wired to focus on potential negatives as a survival mechanism. So that can amplify doubts. Over time, building self trust and reflecting on past successes can help reduce that second guessing.
Okay, that's great answer. How can we learn from regret without being stuck in the past?
That's a great point. One way is to adopt a growth mindset where we see mistakes as learning opportunities rather than failures. It's helpful to reflect on what went wrong and what you can improve, but also to give yourself compassion and not dwell too long on the missteps. Another approach is to set small incremental goals so that even if something doesn't go perfectly, you can quickly adjust and learn without feeling stuck. And of course, seeking feedback and support from others can help keep things in perspective and keep you moving forward.
Okay, that's great. What mindset help us move forward after making a bad decision? Bad decision.
Growth mindset is definitely key. It helps us view mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow rather than as setbacks. It also encourages resilience so we can bounce back quickly and keep moving forward. Additionally, practicing self compassion is really important because it helps us be kinder to ourselves and reduces the negative self talk. Over time, this mindset shift makes it easier to embrace challenges and keep progressing with confidence.
Okay, that's great. Thanks, ChatGPT. This conversation really helped we understand that good decision Making is not about being perfect. It's about learning, trusting yourself, and growing from experience. I have learned that when we focus on our value and stay mindful, we can make better choice and handle regret from positively. I am going to try using some of these ideas in my daily life. Thanks again, Chat GPT. Really thanks.